People are always asking about the Dakota Access Pipeline. What is it anyway?
Well, it's a 1,172-mile underground pipeline designed for transporting crude oil from the Bakken Formation in North Dakota down to Illinois. The completion of construction of the final dozen miles of pipeline has been protested by Sioux tribes living at Standing Rock American Indian Reservation. And now the issue has received near constant media attention from August 2016 on. And I know by now you've seen your friends all over Facebook shouting down from the bandwagons, asking you to jump on, but they could be wrong, and it's all just so confusing. And now you want the facts, but you don't know who to ask. So here we are. What do the Democrats say? Liberals in general say. What do they say about the Dakota Access Pipeline?
Liberals in general stand with Standing Rock. This means that they share the concerns expressed by American Indian tribal leaders that the pipeline threatens the environment, as well as sites of cultural, spiritual, and historical significance. Liberals contend that the Sioux tribes whose drinking supply could be affected were not properly consulted, and the environmental impacts of the project were not properly vetted. In Iowa, the state government used eminent domain as a tool for convincing, or some say coercing, farmers to sell their land to the pipeline owners. Many on the left object to this because eminent domain was meant to be used only for public uses like highways, not private for-profit ventures like oil pipelines.
What do Republicans say? Conservatives in general say. What do they say about the Dakota Access Pipeline?
Conservatives say that transporting oil via pipeline emits far less greenhouse gases than the alternative, which is to move the materials by truck or rail. It also results in fewer oil spills. Transporting oil underground could help free up the nation's rail lines, aiding in the distribution of Midwest crops. They also point to the fact that there are already 8 other pipelines running under the same stretch of land where protesters are trying to halt construction, some of which have been safely operational for over 30 years. With respect to the controversies surrounding how much American Indians were consulted, pipeline supporters note that the tribes were notified of public hearings and chose not to participate.
What do American Indians say? What do protectors say? What do they say about the Dakota Access Pipeline?
There is a long history of the federal government and corporations taking advantage of indigenous lands and rights. They have repeatedly violated legally binding treaties with Indians, such as the 1851 Fort Laramie Treaty. This treaty designated certain areas for various tribes and afforded each the status of a sovereign state. In exchange, the Indians were to let settlers pass freely through their land. However, many whites decided to settle the Indians' land because gold had been discovered on it. The federal government made minimal efforts to expel whites from the Indians' land.
A similar story unfolded with the 1868 Fort Laramie Treaty. This time, the government openly violated the treaty by sending George Custer to perform a geological survey on Sioux land. When word got out that Custer found gold, a massive wave of miners settled on the Sioux land. Instead of forcing the settlers out, as the treaty would compel them to do, the government's response was to call a council to change the terms of the treaty. DAPA supporters often mention that the pipeline does not cross Standing Rock Indian Reservation at any point. This is true. It's worth noting, though, that the pipeline does cross land that the Sioux Nation has a legal right to per the 1868 treaty. Land that the Supreme Court ruled was taken illegally by the U.S. government.
What does America say? What do you have to say? Just curious, 'cause either way the Dakota Access Pipeline. Dakota Access Pipeline. Dakota Access
Got it?
I think we got
I
it.
think we got it.
I
Fuck
reckon
yeah.
we does.